Welcome back to Law Society of USA, where we bring you the biggest updates from the world of law and justice. Today's headline: Donald Trump's sweeping use of presidential power could soon face its biggest test yet at the United States Supreme Court. Over the past few years, former President Donald Trump has pushed the boundaries of executive authority like no president in recent memory. From imposing wide-ranging tariffs on foreign goods, to cracking down hard on immigration, and even attempting to fire a sitting member of the Federal Reserve Board, Trump's moves have stirred fierce legal debate. Now, all of these actions could land before the nation's highest court, and the stakes could not be higher. Jessica Levinson, a respected law professor at Loyola Law School, put it this way: it's about to be, does the president have the power to do that? Season at the Supreme Court. And she's right. Because whether it's tariffs, deportations, or firing government officials, the central question is the same: did the Constitution give President Trump the legal authority to do what he did? Let's start with tariffs. Under a 1977 law known as the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, presidents have the ability to impose certain economic measures during emergencies. Trump used that law to impose sweeping tariffs on billions of dollars worth of foreign goods, sparking a global trade war. But last week, a lower federal court struck down many of those tariffs, ruling that Trump overstepped his authority. In response, Trump's legal team immediately appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, urging the justices to fast-track their review. This means the Supreme Court could soon weigh in on whether Trump's use of emergency powers was legal, or whether it was an abuse of presidential authority. Now, tariffs are just one piece of the puzzle. Immigration policies are another. Trump's administration introduced some of the toughest immigration restrictions in modern American history. Many were challenged in court, and while some were upheld, others were blocked. If the justices agree to hear these challenges, they will once again face the question: how far can a president go in shaping immigration law without Congress? And then there's the Federal Reserve controversy. Trump attempted to fire Governor Lisa Cook, a sitting member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. Traditionally, the Fed has enjoyed independence from direct presidential control, with legal safeguards to prevent political interference. Critics argue that Trump's attempt undermined this independence and violated federal law. If that issue reaches the Supreme Court, the ruling could redefine the relationship between the White House and one of the most powerful financial institutions in the world. What makes these cases especially significant is not just their impact on Trump's presidency, but the long-term precedents they may set. The Supreme Court's rulings will shape how much power future presidents, Democrat or Republican, can wield on their own. This is why legal scholars, policymakers, and ordinary citizens are watching closely. Will the court rein in presidential power and reaffirm checks and balances? Or will it endorse a broader view of executive authority, giving future presidents a freer hand to act without Congress? Either way, the outcome will have a lasting impact on American democracy and the separation of powers that define it. So as these cases make their way through the courts, one thing is clear: the Supreme Court is about to decide not just the fate of Donald Trump's policies, but also the very boundaries of presidential power in the United States. Stay tuned, because this legal battle is only just beginning. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Law Society of USA for more updates on the biggest legal stories shaping our world today.